Listen, I think it's how we use the airspace, right? So if we're using terminals that cost billions of dollars, and you're an airline, I think you're going to pay a higher tax and higher rates as you use those facilities. Oftentimes, private aviation isn't using the massive infrastructure around airports. You're using far less of that. Again, I'm going to leave that to the Congress, Andrew. They're going to figure this out. But I do think everyone who's using the airspace should help pay for it, and oftentimes they're doing that through their fuel tax.
I think the question, at least as I read it, was should the charges effectively be based on planes versus people, if you will, which is to say that if you're an air traffic controller, if it's a commercial flight or a private flight, it doesn't matter to you. That plane has to land and that plane has to take off. And effectively, should they be paying something somewhat similar, even if one's carrying 300 people and one's carrying 4 people, because it still requires the same amount of people, if you will, in air traffic control and the other folks to service that plane. Now, that's different, I agree, than the terminals, and that's a separate story.
So if you're flying your Gulfstream, Andrew, and there's a lot of infrastructure around taking off and landing your plane. With an eVTOL, right, it's electric, and it is a smaller pad, way smaller infrastructure around how I launch and land that vehicle. And so the structure on what you pay for is going to be way different. And I think we have to take that into account. So I don't think we want to tax people. I think we look at the infrastructure that's used, whether it's through air traffic control, or through the infrastructure on airports or landing and launch pads. That cost differential is significant.